there is only one indigenous broadcaster championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio. Of course, unstoppable and remains the beacon of truth. It has been so since yesterday, and it is today and forever.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. Beloved homeland of our brave heroes. We must defend our lives or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But if their prize is death for all we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Hail to Biafra, consecrated nation. O fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending peace shall be a dedication. Spilling our blood we count a privilege. The waving standard which emboldens the free shall always be a flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscathed we'll pass. When we are poised, the wounds of battle to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets build the glorious song of victory. We scarred our minds around. Oh God, protect us from the hidden pitfall. Guide all our movement lest we go astray. Give us the strength to hear the humanist call, to give and not to count their cost each day. Bless those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this climb a land of righteousness.
Yo, it's Bonzi Benny J. Show some mad cool beats. No. Together we gon' make it. Together. Iafrans Got Talent exclusive. I'm remembering Biafra, when our people were murdered, and the kill us with impunity, yeah.
mistakes, Biafra is still standing. We only moving forward, we depend the unity. Biafra is involved in every positive activity. We uphold our freedom, Biafra is our nation. To the better days come peace and prosperity, but whatever this year brings, no matter the weather, Biafra's gonna make it as long as we together. And we hope you to stand where we ever be together. And you go kick up and gonna make us stand together. And so we say, together, we fighting, together, we are gonna make it, together, Biafra, together, we want our freedom, together, we want our freedom, together, we gonna make it.
Yes, of course, together we need to be fighting for our freedom. Once again, this is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio Station, being anchored by Diokpa Uche from Efo, who hails from Abatete in Anambra State. The man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption under his watch. And of course, I do not expect everyone to understand the mindset behind those words, but one day you shall. I am George ONYIBE and I come from Agbo, Anemo province to be precise, in Delta State. I want to, as customary demand on this very platform, acknowledge the de facto customary government of Biafra. This is an embodiment of pro-Biafran group who understand that irrespective of our ideology behind the restoration of Biafra, everybody must come together. And of course, they understand that the scope of their job goes beyond just the people of Biafra, but in a way extending this gospel of redemption, this gospel of salvation to the nook and cranny of the indigenous people of Nigeria. And that is if there is any indigenous people of Nigeria. Acknowledge our leader, Alhaji Asare Dokubo, who is the chairperson, the chancellor of the Biafran de facto customary government, and he is deputized by our sister Rita Nebogo. And of course, we have Uchenna Sebu in charge of Homeland Security. We have Mazi Uchuka from EFO, who is in charge of Information and Communication. Dr. Kadu, of course, one of the members of the Parliament, our brother engineer Kina Wanonini, and others too numerous to mention. Of course, Evangelist Burning Fire. And of course, I acknowledge members of the Biafra Nation Alliance. I continue to respect all of you. Despite the fact that you know you will be harassed, you will be intimidated, you will be blackmailed. Now the Kano will want to kill you. But of course, that is the last thing he will do. He has done his way. He will choose to stand on the path of truth, irrespective of which horse he's got. Dr. Uche Okenkwo, you are highly acknowledged tonight. Okomo Kompolo Okenkwo, you are highly acknowledged tonight. All our administrators, to the media department, board of trustees, our daddy, the Lord will bid you being. How many will I have to leave this evening? You are highly appreciated, I must tell you. And at the same time, I acknowledge our brothers, indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu, the people who have a surplus, lie, deception, but you have met your Waterloo. And I hope China Samuel have deployed all of you on my platform. Every day it keeps surprising you how I come on air. Irrespective of your online activities to stop the movement for truth, you have all failed. Indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu were known as IPOB before now. The way they lie, Satan has been vindicated. You can see China Samuel tweeting, prophetical tweeting, telling you that they said IPOB is responsible for bombing and the attack of the train. China Samuel will know how you people function. If IPOB were going to kill Fulani Janjaweed, Agamagaje with IC Buhari, if that is what you people have been doing, we will still be singing your praise, irrespective of the fact that Nnamdi Kanu is a criminal. China Samuel, autopilot, Idu Kingdom, and that highway, all of you are criminals. You deliberately betray your own people, and you are looking for who to push this blame to. We are watching all of you. We go nowhere. And so the iPunk is on social media. They would have said it's IPOB. IPOB is the reason why Nigeria lose the match. Everything is IPOB. Up to the extent IPOB is telling you now, you cannot name second Niger bridge to Buhari. You should look for another name. We refuse. Just looking for relevant when you are not irrelevant. You people are criminal. You people have betrayed innocent brothers and sisters. Tonight I place curse on all of you. Every Biafran alive today who get involved in our matter, you didn't go to Shiran. Nnamdi Kanu did not take you to Shiran. And you are getting involved in this matter because you have Facebook. It shall not be well with your generation. If we are here to betray Nnamdi Kanu and lie against him, let God be our judge. Those of you getting involved in matter greater than you, it shall not be well with your generation. On one condition will God pardon you. That is, you realize you are a sinner and you repent. Without that, most of you don't know what you are doing. It will get to your turn, we promise you. Indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu, there is no amount of deception that you can do now to remove your crime. They come to fight for Biafra. We have awoken Nigerians, other people to understand that yes, they have to go. Indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu are here causing confusion. It's all about fundraising, jumping up and down. We will not allow you to set the next generation of Biafra. We promise you. Let me leave it at that. And of course, I acknowledge the Creator, the one who lives in heaven and preside over the affair of man. Sonimora, Makiya Chukwu Manimo, Eromina, Lori Jumabio, no Sokamo, Usulubu Mani Mekele na Fansoya. Omema na Rekele Imela, Omema na Rekele, Omema na Rekele Imela. Ezembiko nari ekele. Ise. Tonight, without wasting much of our time, we'll go to our topic, which is simply titled Biafrans must be realistic in ensuring the three preservation agenda for the agitation is sustained. Biafrans must be realistic in ensuring that the three preservation agenda for the restoration of Biafra is sustained. With the introduction of prolonged public disagreement or heated discussion, which is controversy, and of course confusion into the agitation for the restoration of Biafra, the people somehow have been distracted and as a result are no longer realistic in their pursuit. As a matter of controversy and confusion, the restoration project, people have been distracted. We are here fighting to restore Biafra. Because of some heated arguments, because of some disagreement and confusion, our people have been distracted. They don't even know what they are looking for anymore. But of course, we will be here ensuring that you are properly guided. It's not an easy task, I must tell you, but it is achievable. And so with this confidence assurance, we'll continue to push on. This evening, by the grace of God, I will kind of take you a little bit further so that you will understand the controversy, so that you will understand the implication of the confusion, which are actually designed to cause distraction as far as the restoration project is concerned. Because a lot of things has gone wrong, and most of our people cannot comprehend this truth. Let us listen to this audio first of all, because IPOB gradually is turning into politics. They are trying to be relevant. They pay for a press communique. They say something that does not concern them. If they like, let them name second Niger bridge Buhari or Aisha Buhari. What does that have to do with our freedom? But of course, all these are distractions. We know already. Let's listen anyway. Maybe this will help us come back on track and remain focused, remain realistic in our pursuit, irrespective of the controversial influence of Nnamdi Kanu and his criminal gang called the DOS, Autopilota, and other idiots. They want to call it relevant on the expense of their own people. Let's go on.
Good evening, my dear Nigerians and the international community. Now I want to address Nigerians and the international community about the current happenings in northern Nigeria. Although it's not only northern Nigeria, it's the entire country, but most particularly northern Nigeria. And I want to address the indigenous Nigerians and the Hausa people, particularly in Nigeria. You know, we need to rise up. We need to open our eyes. The Fulanis are moving all villages, killing people, rampaging communities. You know, they have no respect for religion. Fulani man has no respect, whether you are a Muslim or you are a Christian. I myself that is addressing you, I'm a Hausa person. These people have no regard for religion. If you are thinking it's about religion, you better open your eyes. The indigenous people in this country and the Hausa people need to rise up and open their eyes. This is not about religion, it's about ethnic cleansing. The Fulani people want to eliminate the indigenous Nigerians. Now, in my local government, Giwa local government of Kaduna State, it's a local government that is 99% Hausa people by tribe. But as I'm talking to you, over 4 days now, the Fulani militias have killed over 200 persons. And among them include my own relations. They have burnt houses. They have destroyed both Christians and Muslims. So it is high time for particularly the indigenous northern Hausas to unite themselves against this onslaught. If those that are in position of authority, if you think this is about religion, then you are still sleeping. This is not about religion. This is about ethnic cleansing. They are trying to eliminate the indigenous, Nigerians, the indigenous northerners, and take over their lands. This is about land grabbing. I'm telling you, in the Zangwantama community in your local government, which comprises of over 60 to 70 villages, cluster of villages, there have been so far now over 100 people have been killed, houses burnt, their cows, their cattle that they use for farming, for construction of bridges and all that, they have been scattered away. Their houses, their cars, all their properties. As I'm talking to you right now, they have left their communities. They have run away to other places, the bushes, and even some of them have moved towards Zaria. How can you expect a farmer to move into the city to do what? To do what, for God's sake? It is high time for Nigerians to wake up. It is high time for the Hausas to wake up. The Fulanis are blindfolding our eyes, the Hausas. I'm a Hausa person and I'm talking with passion. The Fulanis have used religion to blindfold us, to think that it is about religion. No, it is not about religion. It is about ethnic cleansing. It's high time for the Hausas. Thank God, this broadcast, I believe it is going to be pushed into the group that comprises of all the houses, the indigenous houses.
Now, first of all, listen to the young man. He's being realistic. When the issue of Biafra agitation started, we were all fully aware of the ongoing ethnic cleansing. We understand Biafran territory. We beckon on the people of Idoma, the people of Egala, the people of Orobu, Shekiri, Ijo, Anan, all the people, because we understand ethnic cleansing is going on. Nigerian government has dedicated herself to the extent of the only bill being sponsored in the Nigerian Senate or House of Assembly is that of how to control our land. And when this Hausa man said it is ethnic cleansing, we know this already. Nnamdi Kanu know this. And that is why today we begin to question. He said Nnamdi Kanu working for Biafrans, or is he working for Nigeria? Forget about the distraction. We open the eyes of the Northerners, the Hausas. They have been conquered, their life taken from them, their very life, also everything about them taken from them. One of them is being realistic. He said they want to take their land. The Fulani will stop at nothing. It is land grabbing. We cannot deceive ourselves. How many people were killed in Benue in less than 24 hours? The attack is still going on Idoma people. Some of you are going to argue Idoma is not Biafra, but if Cross River is in Biafra, can you please tell me what Idoma people are doing in Cross River? Or you don't know Iyala people in Cross River State? Their land run to Benue. Idoma people are in Ebonyi State. Idoma people are in Enugu State. Idoma people are in Cross River State. Idoma people are in Benue State. Don't you know they are Biafrans? Let's stop deceiving ourselves. It is ethnic cleansing. Every day Boko Haram, we are taking it as child's play. Bandit, Fulani headsmen, they are gradually, drastically depopulating the minorities, indigenous owners of the land in the north. And when they are done, they're coming for all of us. Let us be realistic. These are some of the reasons why you see we must keep on calling Nnamdi Kanu out. Let him collect that money, share it with Simeon Ekpa and other criminal. And then we know we have done our best. We did our best, even though it's not good enough. But we are not going to stop. This is an Hausa man. He's being realistic. We'll come and look at that of Biafra. Let's try and just see what he say. Ethnic cleansing going on. And we are here doing talent display. They go wear cloth, they do fine boy, talent display, fashion parade. Oh, onye menenyi here no rekono wema. Onye menyi here no rekono wema. Look at Nnamdi Kanu, supposedly wise man. He now die in foolish man backyard. Very unfortunate.
And with the effort making to unite the houses, to rise up against this onslaught. So I want you to understand.
They are making effort to unite the Hausa. When he said they are making effort to unite the Hausa, he's talking about the Gwari, he's talking about the Nupi, he's talking about the Hausa, he's talking about those Northerners. You do not know we need to fight together to save our land? Nnamdi Kanu having betrayed Bini people, having betrayed Anyoma people, having betrayed everyone, he's trying to hide under Igbo. And you see some Igbo are very stupid, thinking Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for them. It may not be palatable. We keep telling you the truth. We're part of the people who said we cannot allow anybody to undermine Nnamdi Kanu. And that is when we have not discovered that Nnamdi Kanu do not value the life of a fellow Igbo man. Hausa now is calling Nupe people, he's calling Gwari people, he's calling other indigenous people in the north to rise up and unite against the Fulani because they have the backup and the support of the imperialists. But some of you are busy. Kandi Bolawano, Kaira Posende also Kandi Bolawano. You people don't have idea what is coming. You don't have idea. But let me tell you something. But the Fulani will not be spared from this doomsday. The Fulani initiating this process, they cannot go free. Nobody will be spared. And I say kingdom rise and kingdom fall, including the imperialists, the creators of Nigeria. Nobody will be spared. Don't you people get it? But then we cannot be careless with our life. And the level of collateral damage should be considered by whether we are realistic or not. Look at what we are doing. Yes, epic broadcast. Yes, super broadcast. Yes, exposé broadcast in the area. That is what we are here to do. But it's okay.
Understand, this thing is not about religion. It's not about religion. It's about ethnic cleansing. The same thing that is happening in southern Kaduna, where the indigenous southern Kaduna are being eliminated by the Fulanis. The same thing is also happening in northern Kaduna, where they are purely Hausas. So it's not about religion. If you heard that people are being butchered in southern Kaduna, houses, communities burnt, and you are happy and you think it's about Christians, now you better open your eyes. It's not about Christians. I'm a Hausa person. Our Giwa local government, which is in northern Kaduna, and many parts of Katsina, Zamfara many people have been eliminated. Now I want you to know right now, as I'm talking to you, only in Mayo community and Kaya, there are villages, over 100 villages in that axis. It belongs to the western part of Gyo local government. Of course, just to mention, about a few months ago, the house of the person representing us at the state level now, the State House of Assembly, was killed by the bandits. So, and this man too is a Hausa person, is a Muslim. So it's not about religion. I want you to understand that this thing is not about religion. It's about ethnic cleansing. Right now, as I'm talking right now, this evening, they have started operation from about 5 p.m. up to this time that I'm talking to you right now. The Fulani militias are still there operating, killing people, burning houses, raping our women, kidnapping those that they can kidnap. This enough is enough. This is not just kidnapping, it's even more than kidnapping. This is an invasion. Now I want you to know that Giwa local government is one of the major agricultural community in Nigeria. Giwa alone can feed the entire Nigeria. Now Giwa market, for instance, Giwa grain market is one of the largest grain market in Nigeria. So if the inhabitants of Giwa local government are chased away by the bandits, now that will have multiply effect. That will have negative consequences, not just on the livelihood of the people, the inhabitants of Giwa local government, but
let's be realistic. He has cried out his heart, and the truth he said is what brought me to his speech. This is about ethnic cleansing. Hausa is calling fellow Hausa, let us unite. Fulani want to eliminate us. We know this truth before them. And you will be shocked they are going to mobilize themselves and they will resist against that Hausa. But what are Biafrans doing? When we come, we point out certain truth to you so that you understand what is going on. Some of you condemn us, some of you call us names, some of you say what you like. But believe me, it does not concern us. We keep telling you the truth. We keep exposing the info. Our job is to deliver. In many of my broadcasts, in more than 3 different times, I have made it clear what Nnamdi Kanu is doing. And one day it will happen. You will see the slaughtering of Igbo people in Delta State. I'm not saying in Urhobo Shekiru, in Anyoma land. You will see the slaughtering of Igbo people in Delta State. And China Samoru will come on Radio Biafra and tell you, this is how it started. This is how few good men allow evil people to destroy them. This is how it started. This is why people like us will begin to fault every foundational institution that profess that they speak for the interest of Igbo people. You people are not sincere. And not until you get to that level of holistically being sincere, you are not realistic in what you are pursuing. You have heard what the Hausa man said. I have told you many times, we have rounded up Igbo boys in Osimiri, in Delta State. They are doing unknown government. They move to the area where you have rice farmers. They pretend they are rice farmer. You go to Obio. You go to most communities in Osimiri, in Anyoma land. They are rice farmer, nothing more. They don't blow the trumpet, but that is what they do. And of course, you have rice farmers in Ebonyi State. They come to join them, build a camp. They pretend they are rice farmer, but they are not the kind of known government. We fish them out. All of them, but none are Ebonyi State indigenous. We are not ignorant about Biafra agenda. They believe they are defending their fatherland, But they are the one raping our people, they are the one killing our people, they are the one terrorizing our land, and then IPOB media will tell you it's Fulani headsmen. We warn them. We ask them to leave our land. We stop them from doing that evil. It's not on social media, I'm the one telling you. By the grace of God, I am the leader of Anyoma Defense. And we are everywhere all over the world. We are in IPOB, we are in Auto Pilot, we are in a Fulani Janjaweed, we are everywhere. Because somewhere along the line, somebody need to defend the integrity and the honor of our people. Ofuka jede tishi, omeno funi ya demome, iya huna omeni oke metani, ya mene hwa, makano meno wa huni kwe mihimewe kwe hwa. Iya huke mekile, ya metani na hwa nya, wewa zongo kukwe hwa aliongo. That passed. Some months later, we let them go. Some months later, another group emerged. And this is around the Ibuso. The only original picture of IPOB Nnamdi Kanu non-government were snapped there in the forest. We knew all these things. If setting up Nnamdi Kanu is what we want, his brother will not work freely in Nigeria. Is it not as about they used to hide? All of you will be hunted down. That is why when Benjamin was telling me you cannot enter Anambra boy Benam, I pity him. Because he says all of them come to hide. Both Nnamdi Kanu, all of them. Go and ask Gifta Hamifula. Do he? For trust issue, I'm keeping quiet. And I pray earnestly for Nnamdi Kanu to make that mistake that we make us I pray God to allow Nnamdi Kanu to make that mistake. Very unfortunate criminals. Today they are fasting. We are going to fast. Let us fast and pray. Who are you deceiving? The gullible. You people don't have idea. We rounded these people up. And do you know in all their population they are from Imo State? So they camp in Delta State. And then they go back and do havoc on non-government. Is killing of our people that brought us out here? Your own brother supposedly fighting for your own freedom is telling you now to go and kill your own people. They will hide you. Now the other batch have been exposed. Let me allow them to use their mouth. You enjoy him more conway.
I hold those boys. What's your name? Talk loud. What's your name? Huh? Obina Sonoma, where are you from? Huh? You are from where? Imo. Which local government are you from? Huh? Keweti? Ikedu local government. Which area? What is the street of the place are you from? Imo State? Which of the name of the community? What is your surname? Huh? Okay. Where do you live? Presently, where do you stay? Which of the state you stay? What do you live on other where? Huh? Ubudo other which state now? You live in Imo State? Delta State. Presently, you are living where? Huh? Delta. At where? Ibuzo. Delta State. Where are you living presently?
I live at Ibuzo.
Ibuzo. Where Ibuzo is other state?
Other Delta State.
Other where?
Delta State.
So where are you from?
I'm from Imo State.
You told us you are from Anambra State. Eh? You say what? Talk loud now. You are from where?
Imo State.
Which local government are you from? What is your name and your surname?
My name is David. David Onyemelu.
Open your mouth and tell us.
David Onyemelu.
Okay, now who hold this property here now? Who is the owner of this property?
It belongs to all of us.
How many of you?
There are 5 in numbers.
Name them.
I, David Obinna.
Yes.
Bright, Monachi, and Ozemela.
Continue. You only name only 2 people.
David.
Yes.
Obinna.
Very good.
Bright, Monachi, Ozemela.
You know they mentioned their papa name. Do you know their surname?
I don't know their surnames.
Where are they from? Those people you mentioned, where are they from?
From the same state.
You guys are from Imo State.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now open up. How many police have you poked? To be frank, as how many police?
That one
Tell me the truth. How many police?
There's only one.
Only one police. You are telling lies. Who hold this magazine, the present magazine? Who hold this big one? This police color. Where did you collect this one from?
Is this
Who sell it for you? Which of the policemen you kill?
Nobody sell it for me. I collected it from police officer.
And you kill the policeman?
Yes, sir.
How many police have you killed?
No.
You have started. How many police have you killed?
No. Go together. No.
You guys go together.
Yes,
so all these guns are the magazines now. And what is this?
Now, it's as simple as ABCD. If you listen to this audio very clearly, you will know the reason the police have to interview them. Nnamdi Kanu and his family are living in affluence in abroad. Benjamin Madubugu, Bright Teammates, all of them are living and they are sending you people. You are destroying that which held us together. And I repeat it on Radio Biafra. The day things will get out of control, there is no place, hiding place for any of you. Where do you come from? Imo State. Where do you come from? Imo State. I think about youth are getting sense. They are waking up. Then okay, foreign and Bright Teammates, another idiot are deceiving Imo youth. So it is Ibuso and your land you are coming to hide. The people you are even telling that they are not in Biafra. Now they cannot come on Radio Biafra and say, what kind of Anyoma nonsense? Anyoma nonsense because he has collected money. He's trying to hit everybody here together. But we are the shock observer. We will absorb all his shock. There is no hiding place for any criminal. Our people must come out in sincerity. We are not fighting to take that which belongs to another people. Stop criminalizing Biafra agitation. You come and you kill Biafrans. We know how we function. We know how we parade. We are not thieves. And I don't think the genuine Igbo man is a thief. Nnamdi Kanu is a thief. Fulani Hausa are thinking about how to mobilize their people to protect their land. Nnamdi Kanu and Simeon Ekpa, representative, are picking Igbo youth, destroying them. Some are ritualists, some are Oromili. You pay for one room for them. The Isanyoma land, for God's sake, you want to go and hide them. Don't you see your death have come? Don't you see your death have come? I keep warning you. Stop sending your Igbo youth to Anyoma land to hide to defend Biafra. That is not how to defend Biafra. Our blood has entered Biafra more than any of you can know. We have paid so much price for Biafra matter, but we don't talk about it. This is not the way. Let us be realistic. You know, some of you are saying, why is he even saying? I don't understand it. You don't have sense. Everybody need to come on board to liberate our people. We started this journey in sincerity and very realistic. Now they cannot collected money and told us, having consulted the elders, having discussed with the stakeholders, all our preconditions having been met, we have now therefore been sealed and delivered and documented, and most of you jump up and supported him. Now the Kanu who held this meeting, what was the precondition that were met? What did they see? What did they document? All of us should be full, right? Now they cannot turn to criminal. What Igbo Congress jumped on him and gave him support. Most of you are still doing it. Can you protect your people? It is not good. It's not fair enough to say, oh, Igbos are everywhere. Do you have plan to protect the Igbo everywhere? I'm just trying to tell you the truth. Oh. I'm just trying to make you see the other part of the coin you are not considering. Oh. These boys, for a while, they are killing police and carrying guns to defend our fatherland. Is it not a shame? Is it not a shame? Was it like this before? Then we were engaging Nigerians through the preamble of law. Were we not giving them heat? That now you turn to criminal? Oh, do he? can go on playing all audios for you. But of course, if you will understand, you will understand. If you will hear, you will hear. But if you are dead already, consciously dead, we cannot help you. In a setting like this, it is important that our people define their stance as regard to having or showing a sensible and practical idea of what can be achieved or expected. Of course, that is realistic. Number one, the issue of realistic innovation. When I listen to one of the comments by Ben Bruce, when he talked about the fear of Nigerian for the Igbo man, it's amazing. He was talking to Nigeria. The gift of God in the life of Igbo man is enough to transform the whole world. This is not boasting. If the world will allow Biafrans to operate freely, I tell them that under normal atmosphere, the world will see development they've not dreamt of. And there are these truths we know about our people. If you put them on the right course, they become angel. They do the right thing. If you put them on the wrong course, they become foolish. You see now they cannot turn everybody to zombie. Both doctors, professor, all of them have become zombie for Nnamdi Kanu. Does it mean they are not enlightened? They are. Does it mean they are not educated? They are. Am I saying they are not exposed? They are. This is who we are. We can be anything. Ben Bruce told Nigeria, look at what these Igbo people were able to achieve in 3 years. Even the whole year of independence, Nigeria cannot. But Bruce beg Nigeria, let Igbo people excel. Let Igbo people prosper. Let Igbo people to be the author of their destiny. Let Igbo people to be free. All of us will enjoy. These are the words of Maru Bruce. What was he saying? For 3 years, under military occupation, for 3 years, under initiation of genocide, for 3 years, being cut off from the global community, for 3 years, starved of medical, food and other basic life amenity, for 3 years, without nowhere to call home, nobody to beckon on, for 3 years, being attacked by their own enemies, surrounded by friends and enemy, without anybody to help them, for 3 years. He took the aged, he took the young, he took our women, he took our young men. All of them stood their ground. Almost African countries like Egypt were busy bombing soft targets. Of course, including Russia, we are bombing Biafra land. America gave deaf eye. Britain gave us media blockage and lied to everybody. For 3 years, when these people would have been emasculated, completely wiped out for 3 years. But what happened? They got the achievement that Nigerian in all these years of supposedly independent cannot. And one day, we were discussing about what happened during the Biafran time. Actually, we were talking about how to form renewable energy in a local way. And then my father started narrating to us about palm wine. He said during the war, because they don't call it Biafra war, they call it during the war. What did they do? He said they plucked coconut water, palm wine, tap palm wine liquid, and then they begin to heat it. They heat them to certain extent. It becomes fuel, petrol, including palm oil. told us many things. How Biafrans, Igbo people were able to drive motor. The Igbo fire that is sustaining Nigeria till today, until they start fighting against Igbo fire. It is Igbo people that invented Igbo fire. Ojukwu and his men invented Igbo fire. Stopping Igbo fire in less than a month. A diesel is sold for 1,000 naira now per liter. A diesel in the last 3 months have lifted in terms of price from 280 naira to 1,000 naira per liter because no more Igbo fire. Ojukwu, Igbo people made Igbo fire. Because of that discussion, my father said, for instance, that 3 years of war, all their trucks, they could not change the ring, the piston and ring. Those that are smoking are smoking. But he said, did you know what Igbo people do? Did you know what Igbo people do? If you have trailer, go and try it. Any diesel engine that is shorting oil as a result of worn out piston and ring, take banana leaf, ripe banana leaf, remove the banana shell, put it up from on top of the top cylinder, put it inside the engine and force it down with another condemn oil. Let the piston, the crankshaft, grind it until it gets into the engine. It will stop smoking. The Igbo people did wonder. They were not supremacy, they were not God. These were ordinary men. Those of them that are highly educated like the Chukwemeka or the Mogojuku were humble to the earth for God's sake. I do not see who is as influential, have not seen who is as rich, have not seen who is well positioned like Dim Chukwemeka or the Mogojuku in all his era. Not even Gowon, not even Olusegun Obasanjo, not even Alhaji Shehu Shagari, not even Tafawa Balewa, not even Amadu Bello, not even Awolowo. I can say not even Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, but yet very humble. Will you understand? Will you understand? Should I tell you how they were able to communicate with the external world having been disconnected? Should I begin to tell you how they treated Harold Wilson syndrome? Should I begin now to recall to you how they survived? Printed their currency, introduced their national item, have their flag out there. Must I go on to reminding you about this? Let us be realistic. The issue of innovation is the practical implementation of idea that result in the introduction of new goods or services or improvement in offering goods or services. It can also be referred to as a new change entity realizing or redistributing values. These are the things we are trying to protect. We must excel. Every day we see people doing great things. Nigeria are destroying them. They have a ministry for eradication of innovation or initiative. Nigeria have that ministry. These are some of the things we are fighting to preserve. We are born doctors, we are born engineers, we are born scientists, we are born prophets and the rest of it. But look at what we have become. Now the Kano will tell you to become unknown government. You take him and begin to behave like idiots. And you want us to call you human being. Let us be realistic in addressing this issue of innovation. Let us be realistic when it comes to the genuine need to provide security at all fronts. Everybody fight for security. Any government of the day that cannot provide security for their people is not fit for purpose. And now when we talk about security, it's not just security for life and property, medical security, among others. For instance, if we are in a war situation at this moment, do we have any solution to get drugs? Are we secured medically? Your pastors are busy you telling you your local herb are evil and demonic. Are you telling me you are ready? IPOB have implicated all the native doctors in Biafra land because all of them now work for the DSS. That is why Agitation is no longer working. And then we look at the issue of preservation. Commencement, the end of one thing, the beginning of another, by way of preserving our cultures and tradition, remains a key factor among the issues that will be addressed as a people. Let us be realistic. When it comes to providing financial security, medical security, infrastructure security, development security, life and property security, we must also understand that the issue of innovation must be managed and pushed to the forefront. And of course, with the issue of preservation must continue. You lose your identity, you lose everything. That is why we keep promoting it. It's not as if everything our ancestors has done in the time past were all right. But whether they are right or good, we cannot lose sight of who we are. Your identity, the first gift from God to any man. Why are we destroying us? That is why we don't value ourselves. We don't value our people. Sit down and listen to idioms. Sit down and listen to parable. Sit down and listen to wide saying from our ancestors. It's a complete guide to living a successful life. Let's look at some. One of them says in my dialect, Ebonya puno wa bofia. Ebonya puno wa bofia. What it means in a car dialect is that where you call your home, you cannot refer it as a bush. Even though it's inside the bush. So that time now they cannot say we are in the bush, we are in the bush. That is their home, temporal home. They fail our culture, they failed our tradition, they show they are aliens, they are not moral. My people believe that anywhere you put your head to sleep, even though it's inside those bay, even though it is inside the forest, in the bush, in the marketplace, uncompleted building, do not be the one to say that is where you sleep. Let people say it. And then you're walking by with your friends. You say, that is where I live. Your friend can say, that dustbin, that is her business or his business. But that is where I live. The moral lesson there is that have respect for yourself. Have regard for yourself. And it goes deeper than that. Can I be able to finish explaining it? But we are doing all those things. Everything through idiom, parables. Why saying our ancestors has released these words to guide us? We have destroyed them. Nature itself is turning its back on us. We cannot even realize it. Everything that gives originality to our identity, we have destroyed them. When IPOB, Lion Squad of Anambra, led by Obase, we rape a mother and a daughter, koro, both of them in the same sitting room, banish them and put them under oath not to talk what happened to them. And then the canon will come and say, let's do fasting and pray. Let's pray. Hello, thunder will go fire all of una. Except you they lie against una. Thunder will go fire all of una. Zombie of una and the canon are never ready for them. Let us be realistic. As far as we are concerned, defending these three areas of our life realistically remain the only solution that can bring the Biafra restoration project to a conclusive end. I'm just telling you, let us be realistic and understand that we cannot allow our ability of sustainability to be destroyed. Innovation. Let us be realistic and understand that we ought to protect security at all front for our people. Let us be realistic that we must protect our value system. Mazimepo keep telling you all the time, our value system is being damaged, our value system is being destroyed. And of course, most of you don't understand what the value system is referring to. Now maybe you're beginning to get them bit by bit. Of course, we keep enlightening you, we keep reminding you what we need to do for us to be able to get home. Being realistic. Being realistic. In the midst of controversy, being realistic. We must be realistic. I'll be back in a minute.
Biafra, the land of rising sun, where milk and honey are flowing.
Why did you erase the bite of Biafra from the map of Nigeria? Nobody has a right to erase a name, bite of Biafra from the map, put it back on the map. You have no right to put it back on the map.
Country people, as we dey prepare for the 2023 general election for inside Biafra land, I wan make you know say bite of Biafra go return back to the world map. But how this one go take happen? It means say you and I will go put hand together, make we go Colombia our voters card, also known as PVC, for effective and peaceful governance for inside Biafra. This message na from Biafra de facto customary government.
Yes, of course, if you are here to get your PVC, do not waste your time. Go and get your PVC. At this moment, our lines are open. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971. And our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. And of course, if you are not able to access my studio line, you can then call in any of my private social media platform if you have access to them. It could be Messenger, Skype, WhatsApp, or any other platform. Feel free to call in and make your own contribution. Do not forget, we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, we are on Zeno, we are on satellite, we are on Simple Radio. You can get us on Biafra Human Rights app. You can visit our website. If you want to be part of those that will save us from this calamitous doom, don't let anybody fool you. Have you not been fooled enough? Don't think it doesn't concern you. I don't like their methodology, I don't like their pattern. No, every pattern is acceptable. Every ideology is unique. As far as its overall aim is to defend the interest of our people, whether be devolution of power, whether be the regional autonomy, resource control, whether be it restructure, constitutional amendment or constitutional review, whatever, secession. My brother, we just want the best for our people. I'm encouraging you. IPOB have lost it all. They are dead already. It's dead and buried. They are only struggling, looking for who to cash on or deceive. But it's too late. They cannot eat their cake to have it back. But on this era, everybody will have their say in our say. On this era, everybody will come out and tell themselves the truth. All of us having been injured already, we need to come back and heal ourselves. That is what we're doing here. You can inbox us on our platform, Facebook platform. Drop message for Radio Guinea. Drop message for Dr. Wu Kinkwo. Drop message for our brother Okuwonwoka in Canada. Drop message on this platform. And of course, every other broadcaster coming on air. It will get to the right destination. We're encouraging you as a pro-Biafran group. You need to be working with the de facto customary government of Biafra, headed by Agiation. And of course, as an individual, having known the truth, and IPOB, Chinas and Wodu are chasing you to kill you, you don't have to hide anymore. You don't have to run anymore. Just walk to the nearest Biafra Nation Alliance family. You will find protection there. You will find those who will protect you there. It's Biafra we want. Any other thing is rubbish and will not be allowed to thrive in our land. It's just a matter of time. The lines are open and you're free to call in and make your contribution. All we want is Biafra. Nothing more, nothing less. We understand what we need to do in a time like this. And these principles, these strategies are being initiated already. And I can assure you, in the end, we will emerge victoriously. Stop being an escape route for sacrifice for Nnamdi Kanu.
Yo, it's Bonzi Benny J. Sugar Man Kulu Beats. No. Together we gon' make it. Together. Different got talent exclusive.
Yes, of course. At this moment, I'm joined by one of us. Call on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Good evening, sir.
Well, welcome, my brother Odogu. Good evening from here. Go ahead, please. Biafrans across the globe are listening.
Yeah, good evening, everybody listening, depending on your time zone. Also, good morning and good afternoon. So this is your brother Odogu. So I came from Delta State, in Anyoma province to be precise, Ushimili South in particular. So I thank you very much again for this wonderful program. So far, hoping that who are saved, who are in the bush that want to be saved, we open their hearts and mind and think and immediately leave the bush, because normally on normal circumstances we are known for as a people that live in the bush. So, to be frank and sincere to ourselves, we are not known for people that live in the bush. Our ancestors, that when they go to farm, maybe they have a farm that is very far from the village. They have to build a house in that place. Then if it's a week they are going to spend in that farm, they farm and leave and go back to their home. They may stay there for a week, but they have a house, they have a home there. It is a home. Then because of the distance, there is a particular something important that is taking them to the bush, and they have to build a home for it to be like to make it comfortable for them, for their reasons for bush to be justified. Because when simple truth, it may be harsh for some people that may think why you use that word. It's only an animal that live in the bush day and night. You are a human being. God gave you hands, legs, brain to think, for you to put up shelter for yourself. Then you left home, you went into the bush and turned to cannibals. Now you guys are eating human beings. You see your life now? So I know we can't save all of you guys who have been saying, can't save all of you guys, but most importantly, for those that want to be saved, you can be saved. Contact us. There are several people that have been given out their numbers for you to contact them, so you'll be safe from the hands of this killer guys called Shina Sanguru, Benjamin Madubugu, Bright, Nnamdi Kanu, Fine Boy. Name them. Simon Ekpa and his cohort, whatever they are called actually. So save yourself from the hands of these guys, because they are gonna come after you. If you discover their secret, that they are deceiving you, they are scamming you with a Biafra equal of Nnamdi Kanu, and they are, because those guys are pure scams, or at least Nnamdi Kanu family from A to Z are criminals, fraudsters from A to Z, both father and mother. I have no apology for that. I have no apology for that because the same way man can't have respect for the dead people. The same way I'm not gonna respect his family also. He insulted the Fajuna till date. He called this Fajuna saboteur without any evidence to prove that the Fajuna what he was accused of doing is true. The same way he abused Nnamdi Azikiwe. That in fact they are gonna exhume his dead body. So I can talk the same way he talk to people's father, dead ones. The same way I'm gonna talk to his father and mother, including him. He inherited this fraudster from his family. It runs in their vein. For people that don't know what the meaning of, there's difference between Onyushi, Onyakanto to Osaka, Osaka from Ibelima. The still run the person's blood. All the Ghana Obala. That's what Ibelima means. All the Ghana Obala. He must do something. But Onyoshi and the Osaka, at least those guys can be delivered. But the ones that run in DNA, they can't be delivered. How can he took him years? It's Buhari head, Buhari knows, Buhari head. Hey, Aisha boyfriend. Now when it was time for him to prove to the people now that what he's saying is right, he's not telling us Buhari. It's no longer Jubilee now, it's Buhari. Why can't you guys reason with your brain for once? He told you that if he die, that Biafra will come quick. Now it's time for him to die. His bingos are now running up, killing people, destroying properties. Instead of them to allow him to die, so that Biafra will come quickly. Since Eloha sent him, he gave you an order. That there will be no exile. There will be no there will be no exile. It is either he's in the jail or he's in the grave. That there will be no exile. Now some people say, but he's in jail now. Who told you he's in jail? He's negotiating for his amnesty. He's looking for a soft landing. Ask yourself, what was he doing in Kenya? Because we are still investigating, because so many people so far give accurate information that he has stated another location he was grabbed. But we know he came in through Kenya because he has a property. I know where he bought it. For those who have links to some of those guys I know very well, he bought property in Kenya. So ask them, what was he doing in Kenya? And how many $1,000 that was transferred to him from US to Kenya? What did he use the money to do? Okay, he went for a checkup. But he will accuse Buhari of doing the same thing when Buhari go to UK. Do you see how criminal this guy are? Ask him, what did he do with the money? Do you know how much we are talking about? How many $4,000? I think $40-something thousand or thereabout, or more than. So you guys should leave the bush and stop dying for these guys. Stop dying for them. Stop dying for these guys. For Nadikan is coming with his bandits. Banditry is not gonna help you. It's not gonna help you because it is not sustainable. You can't sustain banditry. Do you know how much it costs to go on like a warfare? Do you know how much it costs? Now you guys have resulted in killing people, robbing cars, handling them and selling them as papers just to raise money. Not that after you raise the money, you even use it to eat. You end up using it to buy more burumiri. And the only thing Shina Samuru and his gang of criminals can do for you is to buy drugs, hard drugs, meth, crystal meth. That's what they give to you guys. Yeah, weed is nothing again now. Igbo is nothing to you guys again. Igbo is not working on you guys. So they have to get something that will make you people to be brainwashed more. You know, you lose your mind, you lose focus, you can never reason properly. And this is what this thing does to you guys. You instead of you to reason clockwise, you start reasoning anti-clockwise. That is the only reason why you will stand on a 100 foot on it from 100 story building, and you think you will jump, you like will make it alive. That is what this thing do to you guys. For you to see someone you see someone carry GPNG and you think with your local pump passion and all those damn guns and a few AK-47 rifle with how many guns, just one magazine. Like you will conquer a sophisticated military, even with their armored tanks. Even when they're on the APC, you think you can still do anything. That's why you guys are not listening. At the end of the day, they keep recycling you guys. These guys don't have your interest at heart.
Yo, it's Bonzo Benny J. Check them out, cool beats. No. Together we gon' make it. Together. Different Rock Island exclusive.
But no matter how people criticize him, it's on air, and we still have videos where he said it. He gave you guys open arm. Leave the bush. He mentioned the location. Live in Jaba by the river there. He mentioned it, but because some people are not reasoning, you think nobody can see you. And people like Benjamin Mwadubu, he's living in mansion, living and enjoying his life, best of life, and he will send you to the bush, and you leave your family while he's living with his own family. You know, running up and down in Middle East, jumping from one country to other in Middle East. He send you to the bush. Bright. He's also there enjoying with his wife, even sending them away to Canada. And you ask yourself, why are they not sending your own kids away too to Canada? For your own family to enjoy. You should remain in the bush. Why are they not sending your own family the same way that they are sending their own out? Because they want to kill you. They use you and they dump you. Let me tell you guys something. If this was how Ojukwu they tried the first one, they couldn't hold. Then he realized there is another way to do it, which is through the political means. That is why APGA was formed, even though it was hijacked by criminals. Somebody like Willie Obiano. Not Willie Obiano. He never offered anything to Anambra people. Those guys, we are up and running on their APGA manifesto. Things would have been better. I don't think you guys will be in the bush, or at least let's start from the southeast first. Then this agenda will now push to other part of south, because they will see that the mission is stable. That is why somebody, a criminal like Belima, will come and brainwash people. Now we are going to take what we do now. We start from one state. Any state we liberate, we mount a flag. We go to another one. And he started the nonsense in River State. He wanted to test power. So you guys should leave the bush. Maybe you guys don't know what it's all about. You look at what is happening in Ukraine. Did you see West intervening? Did you see Almighty America doing it? Though they were these guys into this war in the first place, they left them in the hands of Russia. Now they are on their own, and Russia is dealing with them. This is what awaits you people if you don't leave this nonsense you are doing in the name of banditry. has nothing to do with Biafra. What's not for say it, and the same it has nothing to do with Igbo people. We must also differentiate that. This is just a private man, Kano, and his family with his bunch of gangster criminals. Please leave the bush. In the 60s, the war was fought, and it was our colleague will say, Victor vanquished. We know the war was lost, but no hope is lost as well. Now, people that have head, that are reasoning, are telling you there is another way to do it, which is the political and taking control of your territory politically. You can make laws or start from there, because charity begins at home. Make your place be like that Dubai that you wish the entire Africa to be when Biafra come. Start from our place first. Let the territory there. Let practice it. Then other people will emulate. Sorry, sir. So this is what we are talking about. In the 60s, let me go divergently into the history, like Jobba. We know how the war started. Even though sometimes he read this down and he read another one that will counter the other one, but at least we will have a little bit of what transpired, even though we don't know most of the truth. So you guys should leave the bush. War is not something that anyone should even dream of. In the 70s, it was 67 to 1970, it was fought, and people bear the brunt. Let me shock people. Let me shock some of these guys if they don't know. Just cross because I know there are some families in Southeast that didn't just cross to Delta State. Start from Asaba. It's for you to know how many thousands of people that were massacred. Let me shock these guys again. There's a brother that wrote a book recently. He's from Ela. The father was his father is the current traditional ruler of a place called Ela in Oshun in the north, in Delta State, part of Anyoma land also. This guy father was in the north. The guy was born in the north. Then the guy was a classmate to Moritala Mohammed. They schooled there at age of 4. When they finished, I think maybe primary school thereabout. They moved back. They never saw each other again. They were best friends. But do you know where these guys met? It was during the war. They were all grown. Moritala came to the guys, they came to massacre the whole village. They rounded the whole, tied the father. That's it, because it is forbidden to tie the hand of a king backwards. Even when the chiefs and many people try to interfere to stop them, that is not allowed. They tried it. They tied the man with they tied him, and immediately the thing caught. Immediately, they repeated the same process again to tie his backward. The thing caught again. They knew it was the land forbids that. Now, why am I bringing this thing now? Because some of these evil you guys are doing were not happening those years. Now they were want to massacre it was this young boy I'm talking about that saved his people. When Moritala saw him, he asked him, "What are you doing?" This is my father. You are holding, and this is my village. He's a king. That was how that land was saved at that moment. But they kept threatening to massacre them the way they massacre the rest community. So if you are doing all this cross the bridge. We know it's happening. Cross the bridge, move to Delta State, start moving from village to village, community to community. Ask them what happened. There are so many mass graves, nobody knows. Yeah, they are along the Oshimil axis, because you know the water level will rise at some time towards from April, May. So many mass graves. Then maybe from October, November, December, the water level goes down. Do you know how many mass graves they bury there? Then water comes, it cover everywhere. Nobody will know. The people were buried there. Do you know? Now let me shock some of you guys that are calling for war. Do you know that Ojuku pilot, the person flying Ojuku all over the world? Maybe I know some of you don't know. He's from Anioma also. His chief pilot was from Akuku Igbo. So and these places were massacred. If you don't understand what I'm telling you, the whole house burned to ashes. They ran the whole community, open fire on them. Only few people escaped. That is why if anybody is doing anything in all this region that we are heavily massacred, they put this into consideration. Now if you come to Southeast, so many places we are massacred also. So consider the life of people that have died and consider your actions now. Now you are the one even doing the job. That you said you came to save people and end up killing the people. Are you a savior or you are a killer? You say you want to kill the monster that want to kill your people, but you end up being the monster that are even killing the people you say you came to save. Nah man, what are you doing? Check it out. So by before, let me just try and round up and encourage our people to still go and get their PVC. Myself that is speaking, I've gotten my own PVC. I've registered for it, and I'm making preparation on how to go back and pick up my own. I've registered online, so they've made it so easy for you guys. Start holding your politicians to account first and foremost. Start holding them to account. Get your PVC. The 2023 is coming. Nobody is telling you to go and support any political party. No. Get your PVC. It is your right. It is your right. If you still have the power to contest, and you can represent your people as your councillor and do little things for them. Those money, some of these guys are embezzling in government. Use the money and help your people contest, and your people will vote you in. This time for us, this is not time for talking. Hey, Eloha said Biafra will come. Hey, era of prophecy is gone, man. When you are looking for a nation, prophecy has nothing to do with prophecy. This is how it is determination, hard work. You have to work for it, not in Jeremiah, God say in this book. No. You have to work for it. So this is the process. It's in real Biafra. You start now, get your PVC. And 2023 is coming, and wait for further instructions. By then, you get it right. When you drop your gun and leave the bush and move and navigate towards this direction, you get it right. But before I go, I just want to encourage you to keep it up. It's not easy. I know sometimes these guys they hack, do all manner of things just to demoralize, but they don't know we came very prepared. We go nowhere. They don't know when we tell them we go nowhere. We don't have any intention of backing down myself. I don't have no intention of backing down on iPunk. It doesn't matter. They can't do any shit. iPunk can't do any shit. If you are running away from them, stop hiding, because if you hide, they will come and kill you secretly and nobody will know. So many people have been calling on you guys. Don't hide. Come out. Contact George ONYIBE here. You can contact Chidera. You can contact even Ijele is made Ijele also there. He said it openly. Contact him. Contact any of these three guys, and they will give you the necessary instructions you need to be safe from iPunk. And iPunk won't do anything to you. But if you want to keep hiding, go and ask Ojuku what they did to Ojuku, my master. He was hiding from them, trying to I don't want to offend them, and they still set him up. If they don't kill you with their hand, they set you up with some of few corrupt Nigeria security formation. This is what they are doing. If you don't know it now. Ask yourself, what is Benjamin Madubugu doing with a Nigerian army number? If Obasi boys attack him, he will call the Nigerian army. When they overpower his own boss, he will call the Nigerian army, and the Nigerian army will come and defend him. These are some of the issues we have. Some few corrupt people in police and army are aiding and beating these gangsters of GOS. Yeah. So this is what we are talking about. Leave these guys, they're gonna kill you. Leave them, they're gonna kill you. Contact any of these three people I told you, and you'll be guided on how you you can be able to escape from their evil. This is all I have to say for now. But I will back down for other people to end their own opinion too. Thank you very much, Joba.
Thank you very much, my brother. We continue to tell them the truth. It is sin on our part if we decide to be mute about the atrocity ongoing. And the wicked aspect of it is that now the Chinas and autopilot, I do kingdom, migudu, all of them are setting our people up. And they pretend all is well. They are doing fasting and praying. They are praying to Elohua. They want pray for Almighty Elohua. Give us Biafra, pursue our enemy. God will pursue all of you. What a wicked set of people. All our conditions have been met. What are we still doing here? And somewhere along the line, they wish they can just muzzle everybody down and then we move ahead like zombie. We are not. This stage we are inching closer to the end of this program. Tomorrow is another day. We continue from where we stop. The message tonight is simple. Let us be realistic. Let us be realistic in our pursuit for the restoration of Biafra. There's nothing, no two ways about that. Let us be realistic. Let's stop deceiving our people. Let's stop pretending. We must be guided by justice, fairness, righteousness, principle of equity, considering the fact that what we're actually fighting for is our right. The North has started canvassing, they started complaining to their people. Don't let anybody deceive you. This is not about religion. Don't let anybody deceive you. There is ethnic cleansing ongoing. Don't let anybody deceive you. They want the land, they don't want people. Well, who the heck are these people to decide who they want and who they don't want? What role are they playing, or do they have to play? There are a series of questions we need to ask. And of course, many of us are waiting for the answer. But the only safest way home is being realistic in our pursuit. And of course, on this note, I thank you, my brother Willie, who was called in to make your contribution. And I'll be signing off from here. Tomorrow is another day. We'll continue from where we start. iPunk is doing fasting and praying. Don't join them. The prayer of a sinner is an abomination unto God. Whose God are you praying to? You eat human meat, your brother meat. Or are we talking about the ones you are setting up? Elderly people you're beating up? Go to Asare Dokubo page and see the latest video he uploaded. This is the Kano tout, beating up Igbo elders. And then somebody say, we are Igbo specialists, we are Igbo Otokonadu, and we are asking for a solution, a political solution. Have we lost our moral? Have we lost our conscience? Good night from here, and God be with all of us.
A time for take a walk into a Ciroc and just checkmate where the government people them try to do to us. Every day I see them pocket get vegan till them can't embezzle no more. And them travel hard. A Swiss bank them a bank it. Yeah! Shoot them with the lightning. Oh, here comes the word of God. Oh, you say here comes the day of reckoning, when every man shall give an account of where them a do. Now hear this, people reaction, the seen it. The benefits benefits of we government bosses. More than half of we national party. The benefits that reap off the masses. And overseas they will travel and a bunker. The benefits of we government bosses. More than half of we national party.